Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Outcast Podcast. The Outcast Review. Give me a second here. I'm trying to get things situated. Wrong video. All right. So, we got the green screen up and back here. That is not a current picture back there. I'm current picture here in just a moment with the current track. But we'll get that up here in just a moment. And I got to get on my phone in a second. Get my G performance. Looks like it's getting on my nerves. Trying to get everybody set up here in just a few minutes. All right. There. Come here, baby. Justice. Come here. Yeah, complete treatment. That might have been why he got sick. Can you let yourself? All right, everybody. Sorry about that. We're back on Outcast Podcast. We are 16 minutes away from the next podcast on there, and we are about to get our next update here shortly. Huh? Well, I mean, it's until I get this is how it looks on the stream right here. So that's what I wanted with that effect, and we're getting that. So, hello, everybody. Welcome to the Outcast Podcast. We are trying to get things going here, getting ready for the next update. Give a chance for everybody to come in here and get going. Again, we are waiting on the 2 o'clock update from the National Hurricane Center so we can get the latest information. Let me go in here real quick and pull up the last information we had here. So as of 10 a.m., which was Central Daylight Time, which is 11 o'clock Eastern, we have 9 mile an hour east northeast, 929 millibars, 150 mile an hour sustained winds. The next update due at 2 o'clock here from the National Hurricane Center. The people on TikTok, I'm sorry you can't see what I'm doing. I don't have enough enough followers yet to go live on TikTok and give y'all the graphics and all that I have. All right, this mic, I gotta get super glue out. This I don't understand this thing. But on the TikTok, I wish I could show y'all the graphics that I have going on with my other streaming platforms, but I'm just not able to because I don't have 10,000 followers to be able to go live from my computer, but I have enough live to go live from my phone, so that's why you're all seeing the green screen behind me and not seeing the graphics that everybody else is seeing. But we're going to get you the information you need for this storm. I do not hype things up. I give you the actual information. Anything I tell you, you can get off either National Hurricane Center, WFLA in Florida, or one of the other Tampa area places. I get all my information from actual meteorologists. So, hello to everybody coming in. Thank you for joining me on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Robot Streamer. Feel free to follow me on any of the platforms. Definitely need followers on TikTok, get me that 10K goal so that I can broadcast live from my computer and show you the graphics that everybody else is getting to see right now on my podcast. But that was the latest as of 3 o'clock. As of 11 o'clock. The 2 o'clock update due out here any time now. I do have the WFLA feed up right now for anybody watching me on any of the other platforms. So, folks, I'm pushing right now, trying to get everybody to evacuate that needs to evacuate. There's a lot of people out there that need to get out of these flood zones. From Crystal Springs, Florida, down to Sarasota, you need to evacuate if you're in any of those storm surge areas, because you're looking anywhere between 5 feet to 15 feet. Below Sarasota down to the Keys, you're looking at anywhere between 3 to 7 feet. It's not as bad as further north. Right now, they're expecting this thing to hit as a category 3. It's category 4. It's going through an eyewall replacement cycle. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the follows. If I got any on TikTok, it's hard for me to see that screen. But it's going through an eyewall replacement cycle, which the bigger storms do. Your upper category 4, low end category 5 go through a eyewall replacement cycle, and that's just what's going on right now. If we got an eyewall replacement cycle going on, but they don't think this thing is going to go back to a 5. I don't know if it's the area it's entering right now. It's going to start. If you're looking at my feed, you'll see right here. You can start seeing a little bit of wind shear coming in. So the wind shear is starting to get there. The jet stream is starting to drop, like they said it would. It's going to pick this storm up and go. St. Augustine, Florida. All right, let me bring up my one of my maps here. Give me 1 second here. Click over. So if you're asking about storm surge, this is where it is right now. You bring up the other National Hurricane Center storm surge map. Okay, so this is as of the 11 o'clock update. If you're at Indian Pass in the Big Bend of Florida, going down to the Suwannee River, you're looking at 1 to 3 feet of storm surge. You're going to be on the north side of the eye. You're going to have offshore winds until it passes, and then you go onshore after that. From the Suwannee River down to Yankeetown, you've got 3 to 5 feet of storm surge. From Yankeetown down to the Anclote River, you have 5 to 10. From the Anclote River down to Inglewood, you're at 10 to 15. Now they have updated from Inglewood down to Bonita Beach, 6 to 10 feet of storm surge. From Bonita Beach down to Chocoloquee, you're looking at 4 to 7. And from there down to Flamingo, you're looking at 3 to 5. Dry Tortugas are 2 to 4 feet, and the Florida Keys are 1 to 3 feet. On the east side of Florida, you're looking at 2 to 4 feet from Sebastian Inlet all the way up to Edisville Beach, South Carolina. And from there up to South Tennessee River, North Carolina, you'll be looking at a 1 to 3 foot storm surge. Winds. Wind field on this storm right now is huge. The wind field is about 300 miles across. The wind field, you will feel tropical storm force winds on the west coast of Florida as early as 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, according to the latest models that I have seen from WFLA in Florida. That is what they're saying right now. The wobble tracker is also on WFLA, and I wish I could get that on my green screen, and I wish I could figure out how to do it. But the wobble tracker basically gives you what you need to see if the eye is staying on track with what the National Hurricane Center is forecasting, or if it's going off track. So give me 1 second here. Pop right there. I need to get that. All right, let's see. Function screen. I'm trying to take a picture here for my green screen in the back. Give me 1 second here. I'm make this my green screen here. Give me 1 second, y'all. So then go into settings. Question is it going to be where I need to be? That's it. All right. Save. And where am I? All right, this is I don't know why this thing keeps popping out. The gallery. Say, yes. Okay, I just updated. If you're looking at my stream on any of my other platforms, I just updated the virtual background behind me here. You will see the updated track from the last update. As soon as we get the new track from the 2 o'clock update, and I get it on one of these weather forecast channels, I will post that into the virtual background, the green screen that you will see behind me here. TikTok, you're seeing this, and I apologize. Again, I need 10,000 followers on TikTok to even get where y'all can see what everybody else is seeing. I don't understand why TikTok has that in place. It makes virtually no sense to me. But, you know, as a creator, okay, Super Glue is coming out here in just a minute. I don't know why this thing keeps popping up. But as a virtual creator, you know, it's hard to, I'm in this for one reason, and that's to give y'all information. That's the only reason I'm doing this. I want you to be informed as possible, and I want you to have true, correct information. There are too many people out there right now hyping this storm up way more than they need to hype it up. Way more. And there's no sense in it. Stop hyping it up, people. And let's be real with everybody. Now is not the time to go out there as a creator and just do what you want to do. On TikTok, again, I apologize, TikTok. I don't have enough followers for you guys to see all of my graphics on my displays. All of my other streaming platforms can see everything going on right now. They can see what I'm talking about. Because as I talk about it, I put it up and I display it. So it's not like, you know, it's me just spewing crap out there. It's me giving you the information and showing you where I'm getting the information from, so you can go get it yourself should you need to. Loss of power, loss of internet. I can't do a green screen on the phone. At least I don't think I can. Hold on. I can. Let's see. Huh. Do it on that. Let's do it here. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. I need to. How do I get that picture to my green screen? Hold on one second, y'all. You're seeing stuff in there. All right, I see how to do it now. So my next live, I'll have something better for you, but I don't want to mess this live up. So the next live, I will put something on the phone for the green screen so y'all can see that as well. So next live, we'll have our stuff together. I just got the green screen, just got put up. It's actually working better than I thought it would, to be honest with you. Okay, so here we go again. We're going to go over, I'm not going to really start going over aspects of the storm until I get this 2 o'clock update from National Hurricane Center, because I don't want to go 2 or 3 times with it. You know, I want to get it all at one time. And we are just about 4 minutes away. They normally put it out about 2 minutes till. Oh, they just put it out. Here we go. All right. So we are moving east-northeast at 8 miles an hour. So the storm has slowed down. 923 millibars, 155 mile an hour wind. So we've gone up 5 miles an hour in wind speed right now. Storm surge has not changed at all with this update. They have kept the storm surge the same. I'm waiting for the new track information to come out. I will have that probably within the next few minutes here. Let me see if they got that updated on National Hurricane Center here. Okay, so the cone appears to be about the same. I don't see anything there. Let me go back and check this other cone. Okay, let me put this on the interactive stream for all y'all. So this is the updated track as of the last update, and it shows Wednesday 7 p.m. is still a major hurricane. Thursday as a hurricane mid-Florida, and then Thursday afternoon about 7 p.m. being offshore. So this thing is, I guess they're expecting it to get a little bit faster than what it is right now. Right now, it's not moving as fast as they thought it was going to move. Thank you everybody for your likes and everything. Again, let me give everybody an update that's just coming in. Feel free to follow me on TikTok. Give me that 10,000 so that I can show y'all all the graphics I'm showing everybody else. But right now, it looks to me like nothing major changed other than the wind is a little bit higher. All right, north of Tampa. Let me bring up some information here. Give me 1 second. Get everything I need. All right, so north of Tampa. So if you are, with the way this storm is going in now, if you are north of Tampa, right now, St. Petersburg is the area that they're thinking this is going to come in at. St. Petersburg, somewhere in the mouth of the bay, is about where they think it's going to come in at. North of that area, you're going to catch the north part of the storm, and this northern part of the storm is expected to be the heavy precipitation side of the storm. So you're going to have offshore winds till it gets about, 20, 25 miles inland, 30 miles inland, and that wind's going to shift around to onshore. And that is where north of Tampa, right now, north of Tampa, your storm surge indicators are, go back to here. So where you're at, you're looking at about 5 to 10 between the river up to Yankeetown, and above Yankeetown, 5 feet or less. So if you're anywhere within the immediate area of Tampa, I would probably say within 25, 30 miles, you're on the coast, I would evacuate. I would go inland. And the only reason I'm saying that is 3 to 5 feet, that could change at the last minute. And all of us that know anything about hurricanes know these suckers will change. We think they're going one way, and the steering mechanisms in the air change and shift, and they don't pull the storm the way it was anticipated. They don't push the storm the way it was anticipated. The storm moves its track. So the best thing you can do is continue to follow me and other reliable, and let me say this, reliable sources. I've seen some creators out there today. I've been watching these other feeds that are just going crazy with what they are saying the storm is going to do. I'm not a meteorologist. I don't claim to be a meteorologist. I will never claim to be a meteorologist. The information I'm giving you, the information I'm giving you is 100% accurate because I can show you the website I'm getting it from. I got the National Hurricane Center up right now. You are more than welcome. I will be streaming. I will come on again when I end this stream. Follow me, because when I end this stream, I will start another stream 10 minutes before the 5 o'clock update. I will do another stream 10 minutes before the 8 o'clock update. That way, I'm on here. Y'all have time to join. We get all the new information together. We can absorb the new information together, and I can try to give you as much information as you need. Venice, let me pull up the maps here. Give me 1 second. So the Venice area, there's so much information on my screens right now. I'm having everything. All right, you are south of landfall. You are in the 10 to 15 foot storm surge area. Your winds could gust as high as 80 to 90 miles an hour. Your constant wind right now is, from what I've seen, your constant breeze is going to be about 35 to 40 miles an hour, gusting up as high as 70 to 80 miles an hour. That's the latest information I have. But you are in a storm surge area. I know you're probably in zone A. Get out. Evacuate right now. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Board up your house, shutters, whatever you need to do. Go inland to your first available shelter. That first available shelter is out of the flood zone and capable of handling hurricane force winds. If you don't do it today, do it tomorrow, but do it. Get out. Storm surge is the #1 killer in a hurricane. Number one is storm surge. So you don't want to be anywhere near the coast when this thing comes in. This is the strongest storm Tampa Bay area has seen in 100 years. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the likes. Please try to get me up to 10K so I can add TikTok to my multiple stream platform and y'all can see all the information that I have up. Before I start my next live on here, I will try to screen grab the latest update and green screen it so y'all can see it as well. But let me run back over here and put this. Oh, that ain't one I wanted to be on. There's the one I want to be on. All right, we're gonna bring this back up to everybody here watching the streams. We are 2 minutes from change from WFLA in Tampa, Florida, from starting their podcast. They do one online. They have the wobble tracker. The wobble tracker, I can't really see it real good right now because they've got it in a smaller screen. But the wobble tracker, it appears to be on point right at the moment, but this thing has wobbled a lot. It has wobbled northward. Now it looked like it took a little southerly wobble down, and now it's more back towards the north. So this storm is wobbling, and when a wobbling storm shifts the track, it might shift it north a little bit, shift it south a little bit, but a wobbling storm is just, that storm is not on a dedicated path. It is wobbling a little bit, but we generally know where it's going. They're dropping this thing to a Cat 3 Wednesday at 8 o'clock, 125. They've got it at a Category 2 right over the Orlando area as a Cat 2. That's a powerful storm inland in Florida. So if you're in that cone, if you're in that affected area, you need to make sure that you batten down the hatches and make sure that you go outside right now. I know a lot of you are still recovering from Helene. Go outside, get your debris up. If you were lucky and your house wasn't completely destroyed, but you've got stuff outside, go out and get that stuff cleaned up because this wind's going to blow it around. The water's going to float it around. We're going to have even more issues than what we had. I understand getting debris removed right now in Florida is very, very hard to do. It's not easy. But I can tell you now that you need to get this up. You need to get that debris up so that it's not flying around when this next storm comes in and you have issues. Thank you so much, TikTok, for all your follows. Thank you. I appreciate every bit of it. I do need to get 10K on TikTok so I can get, like I said, I get y'all in on my stream and y'all can see all the information that I'm passing out. Next time I come on, I will put a green screen up on here and I will put at least a track behind me so y'all can see it and the latest information that is available. In just a few minutes, I'll probably update my green screen. I'll probably update my green screen after after this live is over right here. I don't think it's worrying me right now with this storm. In all honesty, it's a storm surge. Tampa Bay can't handle 10 to 15 foot, and that's what it's calling for right now. I mean, I'm looking right now at WFLA, and they are saying that, that's what it is. Pine City. Give me 1 second here. Books up here and give me 1 second. Can you give me an idea about where Hines City is located close to? I'm not from Florida. I am in South Carolina, and I try to my best to give y'all all the information I can. Polk County. Okay, gotcha. Let's see here. Give me 1 second, folks. Somebody just sent me another message here wanting to ask me a question. I had to touch out of it. I'm going to say in Hines City, you are going to get, the way this thing is looking, it's looking like it's going to hit St. Pete, around the St. Pete, Tampa area, and it's supposed to be close to Orlando. You're going to be on the south side, possibly the eye, depending on how this moves. I would say to make sure, I would evacuate. If you're in a mobile home or a home that you're not sure is sturdy enough, I would evacuate out of there, because the heart of the storm is coming right over Plant City, Lakeland, Hines, Davenport, Kissimmee, St. Cloud, Orlando, Wintergreen, Paramount, Bartow, Lake Wales, Fort Meade, Lithia, Riverview, Ruskin, Temple Trace, all those areas, inland. You're going to get a Category 2 hurricane. It's going to come through. So thank you for the follow. Let's in Pasco County. Pasco County, I'm looking at you right now. You're going to be north of the projected area of the eye landing right at the moment, unless there's an update later on. You are going to have possible 10 to 15 foot storm surge. Where you're at, you're going to be in very windy. Your winds probably going to be steady about 60 miles an hour, gusting, I would say, upwards of 80 to 100 miles an hour when the storm starts going through. You would think, Jen, that is the case. But let me tell you this from TikTok. I watched live when this was hitting, and when Helene was hitting, and a 90-year-old woman passed away in storm surge. Nobody would help her get out. And a lot of people are uninformed, unfortunately. If you need help getting out and you're in Florida and you have no way to get out, you can call 1-800-729-3413. That's 1-800-729-3413. That's the number Governor DeSantis gave out earlier today and yesterday for you to get assistance in leaving. All right, I'm looking at the wind field right now. The wind field for this thing is huge. Unfortunately, it's not a small wind field. Let me back up just a little bit here and pause it right there. The wind field, this wind field is about 400 miles diameter around the storm. So right now, from anywhere from Cedar Key to Venice Beach, Port St. Lucie area, Lakeland, Orlando, Titusville, Orlando and Lakeland, you're going to get damaging winds of 60 miles an hour plus. Titusville, right now, the wind field is going to give you actual hurricane force, 74 miles an hour or more in the wind field. Well, yeah, if you're in A zone, you need to get out now. That's why they're trying to tell you, if the storm starts, they're not going to come after you, folks. They're not going to risk their lives to come out in a hurricane, 15 foot of water, and get you. Now is the time to evacuate. You got today and you got tomorrow. Wednesday afternoon, you're going to start feeling the effects on the west coast of Florida. The storm is huge. And you're going to start feeling the side effects. You're going to start feeling the wind. You're going to start getting the rain bands. All that's going to come in. And there's nothing that will stop a 15-foot wall of water. So if you're in an evacuation zone, please evacuate before the storm gets here. If you can't get out today because you've got things that you need to do prep-wise, prep today and get out in the morning. Because Wednesday afternoon, it's over. It's going to go downhill, and I'm going to be on here with you guys as much as possible. The only problem with TikTok is, like I said, my phone, it's hard to keep it going. So the phone I'll be on and off TikTok, unfortunately, but my other streaming platforms I will be on as much as possible. Once this thing gets on, we start feeling the effects, I will pull up 3 different weather feeds from 3 different weather stations in Florida, all in Tampa area, and that way I can keep up with your tornado warnings, storm surge coming in, and all that. Because if I can save one life, I've done my job. Sanford, okay, again, I'm not from Florida. If you can give me an idea about where Sanford is at, I have enough information up here that I can give you all the information you need. If you just give me an idea of where Sanford is, that's all I need. Because I have overlaid one map with another map so that I can get you all that information as quickly as possible. If you can just give me southeast of Orlando. Okay, you are going to be in the eye of the storm. It is projected right now in that area to hit Tampa, St. Petersburg area, and go up over the Orlando Titusville area. It's going to be a category 2 when it gets into that area. Claremont is about the area. So I would tell you now, if you're in a mobile home or structure that you don't trust, I would evacuate tomorrow morning and get ready for a storm. If you're going to stay where you are, charge up those phones, go and get you a tank of gas, fill the bathtubs up with water, get a bottle of water, do whatever you need to do. But it's going to be at least a category 2 coming across the Orlando, Titusville area from all the information I'm seeing right now. So, and I mean, that could change in just a few minutes. You never know what these storms are going to do and when they're going to do it. So I apologize to everybody on the other stream. I'm having to refresh one of my things here because this wants to go haywire. Let's see. They're going to do what it's supposed to do now. There we go. All right. It switched over. So yeah, so anywhere inland, the storm is not like a normal hurricane. Normally, normally you would only have to worry about the immediate coastline, and usually the storm calms down 10 15 miles inland. It's not going to do that on this case because you've got this thing's going to be moving 15 to 20 miles an hour, just like Helene did. So it's going to hit moving pretty fast, and once it hits moving pretty fast, it's going to go right across Florida and be out before you know it. And in and out is good. And this is going to be weakening when it moves in. Helene was strengthening, which means, okay, the National Hurricane Track update here has it going landfall just above Bradenton at the mouth of the bay. Is where they got the eye coming in at. Hurricane Model Track has average track going in at St. Pete Beach. St. Pete Beach would put storm surge into the bay. The National Hurricane Track would push water out of the bay for the most part. So now we just got to see where this thing wobbles to. And that's what I told you, that cone is still of uncertainty is still pretty big. And the reason that cone of uncertainty is still pretty big is because they don't know exactly yet where the storm is going to go. And if they knew exactly where it was going to go, we'd all be better off. Hold on. I'm trying to see if this thing switches over on one of my streams. But anyway, TikTok, if you would, just go ahead and follow me if you don't mind. Get me up that 10K followers so that I can go live on TikTok off of my computer, share the information I'm sharing with everybody else. This temporary green screen setup, I've got one coming that pulls up out of the case to put on the ground, and I can pull up down and it'll be better. But anyway, okay, so yeah, everything's updated. Are there any more questions? Anybody down in the Florida area here on TikTok need to know anything about the area you're in? I will do my best to get you the information as quickly as I can and accurately as I can. So you just let me know what questions you've got, and I will do my best to answer those questions for you. If you've got any. If not, I won't be streaming much longer unless we got some questions here. So I'll give y'all a few minutes to see if you got a question. Let me switch back over here and look at this one more time, because this is interesting to me what they just brought up with their WFLA, and a lot of the Florida stations down there have a model, their own model, different from the National Hurricane Center, that actually pegged Helene. I started watching WFLA 2 days before Helene hit, and I started watching the in-house models, and those in-house models were on the money. In-house models were on the money with where the storm hit. The National Hurricane Center's track was a little bit off from their in-house model. Their in-house model. Okay, so I'm looking at their radar right now. Those of you who can see the radar on the screen here. 8 p.m. Wednesday, we are getting the effects from Sarasota all the way up. Venice Beach, Sarasota, you're getting Outer Bands. Orlando, Spring Hill, Wesley Chapel, Clearwater, Lakeland. If I say some of these names wrong, I apologize. Titusville, Orlando, Daytona Beach, Ocala, Clearwater, Tampa. All right, at 12:45 a.m., Bradenton, you are looking like Bradenton, Tampa Bay. You are where this thing is going to make landfall around 3:30 a.m. Thursday morning. It's where the center of the storm is projected to be right now. This is a heavy northbound storm. A good 85%, well, a good 75% of the moisture is on the north side of the storm. Looking at the right front quadrant area like we normally would do, right front quadrant from Sebring north is going to be your area for possible spin-up tornadoes. Of course, anywhere in Florida you can get a spin-up tornado from a tropical system, but that's what it's looking at right now. Like I said, as I get the information, I'm passing it on to you guys as fast as I can. Wobble tracker, this thing is tracking. It's wobbling right now. It's wobbling off. It is actually a little south of the current track from the National Hurricane Center. The wobble tracker is just they just put their current radar out there. They draw the line where the storm is supposed to go, and you can look at the eye and you can see how close to that track the eye is. The eye is a little bit south of the track, or east of the track, the way it is right now. So the storm is wobbling a little bit. That's what I'm saying. We don't know exactly where this storm is going yet, and we won't know where this storm is going until probably tomorrow afternoon. It's supposed to hit tomorrow. I would say probably by 8 o'clock in the morning, by 5 a.m. update or 8 a.m. update, we should have a pretty good clue where this is going, how strong it's going to be, and all of that. And folks, like I said, I'm not here for clickbait. I'm not here to go. Thank you for the follow on TikTok. Thank you for the follow on follow on YouTube. Thank you. I'm not here to scare you. I'm not here to give you bad information. I back up everything I tell you by showing it to you what I'm reading off of. Eastern North Carolina will get nothing off of this storm. I'm in South Carolina, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. We're good. This thing's going straight out into the Atlantic Ocean. It's going to go up through Titusville, exit out, and go out into the ocean and get hung up in this front that's coming through. That front's going to push it on out in the ocean, and it's going to go bye-bye. So Eastern North Carolina, Western North Carolina, God, Western North Carolina, I feel so sorry for those people. I live in South Carolina, and we had to, Bradenton, okay, dude, if you don't listen to another thing anybody ever tells you on TikTok, listen to me. Get out. Evacuate right now. You are going, as of right now, the eye is coming directly over Bradenton at 3:30 a.m. Thursday, is what they're predicting. 125-mile-an-hour winds, gusting as high as 150. Evacuate. Get out. Okay? All right. When you give me an area of Florida, if you would, give me your city name and then give me a area close to it. Like, I'm not from Florida. So if you can give me an estimate of what you're close to, you ain't got to give me exactly. Just give me an estimate. Okay. Hold on. St. Pete, you're directly in it. Davenport, Kissimmee, you need to get into a shelter because the eye is going to come right over you. The eye is projected to go over Orlando and exit out Titusville. St. Pete, you're in it. Chaniki Land, 1-800-729-3413. 1-800-729-3413. That is the number to get you out. You call that number. Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, gave that number out. They will help you evacuate, but you've got to do it now. Once the storm gets too close, they will not help you. So you've got to do it now. Lake Mary. All right, let's see here. Lake Mary. What are we close to with Lake Mary? Just rough. I can tell you now, anything above Gainesville, it's going to be wind and rain. Hour south of Tampa. Okay, you're an hour south of Tampa. You are, I'm guessing, somewhere probably around the Venice Beach, Inglewood area. If you're not in a mandatory evacuation zone and you don't feel safe in your home and you think you need to evacuate, call that number and they will help you get out if you feel like you need to get out. If you tell them, hey, my husband's a truck driver, I don't want to ride this storm out alone, I can't get out, I don't have gas, they can get you out of it. Yeah, you linemen, I know y'all about to ride it out. God bless y'all's heart. I know y'all been working hard. Between South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, parts of Tennessee. God bless the linemen. Call that number and see if they can help you get out. Okay. The main focus of this storm, I'm going to give you the lowest point south and the highest point north that you need to worry about. Okay. The lowest point north, I would say right now, be the Venice Beach area. That's where the storm surge kind of changes from 10 to 15 down to 5 to 8 foot. Draw a straight line across. So from Venice Beach, draw straight across. That takes us over to Port St. Lucie. Venice Beach to Port St. Lucie north. Up to, I'm going to say, Cedar Key across to Daytona Beach. If you're in that area, in between those two areas, this is the area you need to pay attention to as far as wind, storm surge, and rain. Okay, they're updating the wind gust forecast. Let me move over to this real quick. All right, wind gust forecast. Tampa, 4 a.m. Sarasota, they're looking at 81. Venice, you're looking at 93. Orlando, looking at 38. Titusville, 24. These are wind gusts, estimated wind gusts. Spring Hill estimated at 79. This is when the storm is coming onshore. So it's a big wind field. They're saying at Thursday, 8 a.m. about the Orlando area, this thing's going to be 100-mile-an-hour still with wind. So this is going to be a storm that's going to affect the coast, the inland, and then the coast. This is not going to be one of those storms that hit, fall apart, you get a little bit of rain. Walt Disney World, yes, you're going to get damaging winds. It's going to be a Category 2 crossing that area. Category 2, 100 mile an hour, easy. Ocala, Florida. Let me bring up my map here. Let's see. Ocala. What are we close to with Ocala? I know some of the places in Florida, like, I don't know all of them. That's why I asked y'all to give me a city close by. But I want to give you the most accurate information I can give you. Ocala, okay, I got you right here. You're north of Crystal River. All right, so Ocala, you're going to get, I would probably say 60 mile an hour winds, gusting maybe 70, 80 miles an hour. You're on the north side of the storm, which means you're going to get a good bit of rain because this storm is the rain is wrapping to the north of the eye. So you're in the area for the most rain. Okeechobee. Let me go down here with my overlay. Okeechobee. Okay, you're in that line that I drew earlier from Venice over to Port St. Lucie. You're in that area. You're going to get some outer bands. You're going to get some wind and some rain, but I don't think you're going to get really bad because the storm's going to take a little bit of a northeasterly jog when it hits land. You're going to get some wind and rain. I would probably say 40, 50 mile an hour gusts to maybe 60, a couple inches of rain. I don't foresee a bunch of issues there. Southwest Florida, depending on where you're at, if you go down below Inglewood into the Fort Myers area, you'll be fine because the storm's going to be too far north. They're going to get like 3 to 5 foot of storm surge in that area and a little bit of wind, some outer bands, but it's not going to be as bad as it's going to be for Central Florida. Central Florida is where the worst of this storm is going to be, folks. Unfortunately, Central Florida's got the storm has got its eyes on Central Florida with a wind field 400 miles circumference around the storm. That's 400 miles of wind influence. Tropical storm force winds are extending 400 miles out. So you're going to get 35, 40 mile an hour winds. You're going to get some gusts, but you're not going to get major unless you're in the central part of Florida. And what I mean by the central part of Florida is when it hits St. Pete, the Bradenton area is where they say it's going to hit, and it's going to go up and it's going to go out in Titusville. That's a pretty good little track northeast toward Orlando, and then kind of turning and going to Titusville. That's a good little turn. That's going to affect the northern sections, central northern sections. So yeah, Orlando, Walt Disney World may be. Walt Disney World is going to get breezy. It's going to get wet. Everglades, you're fine down there. Everglades, you're going to see a little bit of wind, a little bit of rain. Not a whole lot going on with Everglades right now, as far as I can see. They should be good right now. Okay, let me get back over to this other. I got so many tabs. I got 2 computer monitors and a bunch of tabs trying to keep everything up. Thank you everybody for all the likes. Feel free to follow me. I'm trying to get that 10K so that I can go live on TikTok with my streaming software and show you all the information that I'm showing right now. Because I could bring up those maps every time you ask a question. I can bring that map up and say, here's what you're expecting. So hopefully I can get that 10K before this time tomorrow. Because this time tomorrow, I'm going into 12 hours of storm coverage. I will cover from when the effects start until it hits landfall, and as long as I can go. So I fall asleep. If I fall asleep on stream, then y'all can somebody can call my phone, wake me up. But yeah, we are doing what we can to keep y'all as informed as we can. And I'm gonna ask y'all this one more time. Please, if you do evacuate, and if you don't evacuate, if you're gonna ride the storm out, more power to you. Let's check on our elderly and disabled. Let's make sure our elderly, if they need to get out and they can't, let's get them out. Take them to that shelter, drop them off, and tell the shelter, hey, this is my neighbor. They can't evacuate. I brought them here with you. I brought them here to you because they can't evacuate. Jupiter, give me a close to location for Jupiter. I'm learning these areas a little bit better every day, but not as easy as I was hoping it was going to be. You can just give me a post location for Jupiter. I will give you what information I have as of the 2 o'clock update. I'm looking through a couple maps right now, just trying to see what I can see if anything major changed with that. Palm Beach Gardens, Palm Beach. Okay, Palm Beach. All right, so everything on east coast of Florida. The storm surge, tropical storm warnings are from Titusville Beach north. So Miami area, West Palm Beach, Miami, y'all are good. Y'all are gonna get a little bit of rain, a little bit of wind off the outer bands, but nothing serious, no storm surge. Y'all should be fine on that part of the coast. Shouldn't have any problems to worry about. Okeechobee, you are right on the borderline. You're going to get some wind and rain. With the storm hitting around Bradenton tomorrow, you're going to get some outer bands. You're going to get some wind and rain, but you're not going to get anything serious. You may get a spin-up tornado as it approaches, but we will see about that. St. Augustine. Let me readjust my map here. These other streaming platforms that are watching me right now, you can put the questions in the chat. You don't have to let TikTok have all the fun. Port St. Lucie, you're great, you're good, you're golden. Just a little bit of rain and wind. Jupiter, Fernando Beach. What is Fernando Beach supposed to do? I'm looking at St. Augustine right now. Give me 1 second, okay? I got multiple questions coming in. I'm trying to get everybody taken care of. So St. Augustine Beach. If you're above, now I do believe you're going to be Fort Orange, Titusville. So if you're above Palm Coast north towards Jacksonville, that area, you'll get a little bit of wind and rain and storm surge of 1 to 3 feet and probably 50, 60 mile an hour winds, but nothing too serious right now. Jacksonville, yeah, you're going to get 1 to 3 foot of storm surge. You're going to get some outer bands. Your winds right now, from last thing I've seen, I would say probably somewhere close to 50, just maybe 50 to 60, but it's not going to be that bad. Okay, that's it. All the information I'm giving you guys right now. Let me get up here close with your TikTok. All the information I'm giving you right now is based off the update I just got. Everything, Inglewood is zone A as far as I know. Inglewood is zone A as far as I know. And Inglewood's storm surge projection, get back into my storm surge. Inglewood is in the 6 to, actually Inglewood, you're on the border of the 10 to 15 foot and the 6 to 10 foot. You need to evacuate. Inglewood, if it was me, I would evacuate. 15-foot storm surge, that's a lot of water. We don't know how the tides are going to affect this. The continental shelf, the bay, I'd evacuate. Get your stuff together. Get out by at least noon tomorrow, because by 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, the effects of this storm are going to be on the west coast of Florida, if not sooner. I'd evacuate. That's me. I went through Hurricane Hugo in 1989. If you don't know anything about it, Google it. Bad storm, and I survived it. I still have flashbacks whenever a hurricane comes through South Carolina, but that's what I'm telling you. I'd evacuate. Yeah, I'd go ahead and cancel those plans for Disney right now because this storm is supposed to go over Orlando as a Category 2 hurricane. That's 100-mile-an-hour winds minimum. Yeah, I'd cancel. I don't even think they'd be open. You do what you want, but I would cancel. If it hits tomorrow being Thursday, as a Category 2 hurricane over Orlando, do you think they're going to have all the power back up to those theme parks by Monday? Their first priority is going to be residents, businesses, and hospitals. Them theme parks are down on the order of who gets power. All that stuff is prioritized when they start doing restoration. Power restoration has a priority to it, and I pretty much can guarantee you Universal Studios and Walt Disney World is not in, major, hey, let's stop everything we're doing to get theme parks and power. Let's get hospitals and people home. Orlando, I would tell your brother to evacuate. I would go south. The storm is going to hit St. Pete, Bradenton area, move up to Orlando and off the coast at Titusville. I get out of Orlando. Fort Myers, make sure nothing changed before I give you that information and bring up my other map. Fort Myers, as of right now. All right, Fort Myers, you are you're in about 4 to 7 foot of storm surge. Winds right now showing 40 to 50 with gusts and possible 60 miles an hour. That is right now. If you do leave Fort Myers, I'm not going to be I will never tell you not to evacuate. Here's my theory on evacuation. If you're questioning that you should leave, you should leave. If your mind is starting to say, am I going to be safe? It's time to go. Yeah, Fort Myers is not going to get the direct hit of the storm. The storm's going to be far enough north that you're not going to get the major effects. The wind field on this thing is 400 miles wide. So you're going to get some wind up to 62, 63 miles an hour and some gusts. You're going to get some storm surge. You're going to get some rain. But it's not in the exact area where you would have to leave. If I felt like I should evacuate, I would. At this Thursday, no. You're talking about this Thursday for next Thursday? Yeah, this Thursday, no. Do not come. I would not go to Florida this Thursday. The storm is going straight across the state. It's going from Tampa up to Orlando and out to Titusville. The entire middle part of Florida is going to get affected from the hitting as a Category 4 or Category 3, crossing the state as a Category 2, exiting the state as a Category 2, and making it a Category 1 off the coast of Florida. So, yeah, I would get this Thursday. Yeah, cancel those plans there, but so, yeah, a lot of people are still recovering from Helene, unfortunately. Lake Mary, again, I'm not from Florida, so if you could just give me a basic area that you're close to, I'll get you that information as quickly as possible. I've got overlays here that allows me, once you tell me what you're close to, I can get in there and give you that information fairly quickly. Orlando, yep, the eye's coming over you as Category 2 Thursday morning sometime. Category 2 is predicted over Orlando. If you're in a modular home, mobile home, or a home that you don't think is safe, go to a shelter. Orlando is in the eye, direct hit of the eye once it makes landfall. If the track does not change, it will cross over Orlando. Yes, the coast. All right. this is what the governor just said earlier, and the your emergency management people in Florida said earlier. If the hotel is 20 years old or newer, it is up to current code in the state of Florida for hurricanes. Category 2, if you don't think your home, again, here's my theory on evacuation. If you're questioning it, it's time to evacuate. Should you, being in Orlando, I would go to a shelter. I really would. I don't, category 2 on land, you've got all that friction. You're going to have a bunch of spin up tornadoes. You're going to have the wind. You're going to have the rain. I would probably evacuate. I'd probably go to a shelter. But that's me. I don't want to hurt this mic. I meant to get something to fix that thing. I don't know if yeah, if you've got a question whether or not you need to evacuate, it's time to evacuate. That's just the way I look at it. I mean, I might be wrong, but again, I'm not here to scare you. I'm just here to inform you. I'm just trying to give y'all information. You do with that information what you will. Oh, I mean, this mic's gonna fight. Yeah, you do with that information as you will. I don't want to scare you. I'm not trying to scare you. I just try to inform you and keep you informed. I want you to be able to say, hey, this guy here, he just gives me the facts. He doesn't try to talk it up. He doesn't try to scare me. He's just giving me the facts. I got a lot of screens up here. I'm just looking for new updates here, see what's going on. All right. Again, folks, I'm trying to get up to 10,000 followers on TikTok so that I can show y'all what I'm showing everybody else on all my other streams. I'm multiple streaming right now. I'm not just on one platform. I'm on multiple right now. And I'm able to display everything I'm telling y'all. I'm able to display and be seen. Thank you for the follow. If you can get friends of yours to follow me, I would appreciate it. I just need that 10K. I need that 10K by 8 in the morning. That's a goal. Everybody here who would like for me to stream during the storm and keep you informed, if you'd like to follow me during the stream, during the storm, if you want to see me stream during the storm, if you want to see current radar, current wind speed, current conditions, I need 10K likes TikTok to do that. I think it's stupid, but it's nothing I can do about it. I can go live on my phone at 1,000, but on my personal computer or laptop, I gotta have that 10,000 followers to go live. And the green screen behind me, I will have that. My next live, y'all will be able to see behind me. I will put up the latest track information. Will be on there, and you'll be able to see. But are there any more questions before I end this live stream? Because I've got to get ready for the next one. I usually start my live stream 10 to 15 minutes before the next update. The next update is 5 o'clock. So my stream would start about 4:45 to 4:50. I would start streaming again. It gives time for everybody to come in, and then I can answer some questions before the update comes in. We go over the new update. We look at the new storm surge predictions. We look at the wind speed predictions. We look at the track. We look at all of that, so that when you start asking me those questions, I can give you those answers. I don't want to give you a bad answer. I don't want to give you false information. This is not a time to play. I actually had a creator get mad at me earlier today. I went into their live and watched it for about 10 minutes. And then I sent them a direct message. And I very rarely message anybody on TikTok. And I said, why are you spreading all of this false information? And he said, what do you mean? I said, dude, go look at my videos. I'm following the storms just like you. And half of what you're saying is not true. Watch me on live. And I've seen that person come in briefly and leave. This is not the time to be lying to people and get people stirred up. This is the time to try to save lives. Correct information empowers people. When you empower somebody with the correct information, they can make a decision that will save their life. If I save one life with this live that I'm doing and these videos that I'm putting out, I have done my job as a creator. That's my job. My job as a creator is to keep you informed with accurate, truthful information. When we get through this hurricane, my next live may be just basic recovery, covering the recovery of the storm. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll be full disclosure to everybody here. I had a stroke about 2 weeks ago, and I don't have a lot of use of my right leg. I don't have any use of my right eye. I can't work. So I thought, what can I do with my life? Luckily, my wife has a really great job. Thank God. We'd be in real big trouble. But I said, what can I do with my life? And something just popped in me and said, get online and tell the truth. Don't hype it up. Just get on and tell the truth. They'll either listen to you or they won't. You'll either take off or you won't. And nowadays, there's just too much misinformation going on from everybody. And now, in a time where someone could lose their life if you don't put out the correct information, it's bad. That's Florida. All right. Give me a close area to that area, and I will pull my map up and give you as much information as I possibly can. You don't have to give me an exact. Just say, hey, it's close to this area. It's close to St. Pete. Or it's close to here. It's close to here. You ain't got to give me exacts. Just give me as close to it as possible, and I will give you the information you need. 20 miles south of Tampa. Evacuate right now. Do not pass go. Do not click $200. Secure your house. Get your fur babies. Check on your neighbors, and go. 15-foot of storm surge is nothing to play with. Get out. You ain't got to leave the state, so get out. How far inland are you? And I'm not, and water's not what we're worried about, too. You got the wind and everything. This thing's going to be hitting Bradenton. Bradenton is the spot right now the eye is supposed to hit. The eye is 50 miles wide, 60 miles wide right now. I would go to a shelter unless you think your home is really good. I do not have that list as of yet. I'm waiting for the updated list to come in. The last time I checked, they had updating in progress. So I'm waiting for them to update that list. My next live, I will have that list. Well, let me see if they've updated it. Hold on. We got the power of Google. Okay, Citrus County. Hold on. This is the Tampa Bay area. I don't know if they got everything listed here or not. Evacuation, Tampa Bay area. That's the first thing that came up, so we'll start with that. Yeah, it's on, but okay, so Citrus County, mandatory evacuation order for all residents in Citrus County residing in campers, mobile homes, manufactured homes, or any structure not capable of withstanding capable of withstanding winds of 110 miles an hour beginning 8 a.m. today. Hardy County, there's no evacuations ordered this time. Hernando, mandatory evacuations have been issued for areas west of 19, which includes the zones A, B, and C. Hernando County, zones A, B, and C, you are under a mandatory evacuation zone. Highland County, there's no evacuations at this point. Hillsborough County, A and B, zones A and B in Hillsborough County, you were ordered to start taking evacuations yesterday. Manatee County, A, B, and C are all under evacuation orders as of yesterday, 2 p.m. Monday. Pasco County, A, B, and C are under evacuation orders. Mandatory evacuation in Pinellas County for A, B, and C. Pinellas, A, B, and C. We need to evacuate. Anna Maria Island is under mandatory evacuation starting yesterday. Anna Maria, if you're sitting in Anna Maria on the island, get out. Polk County, right now there are no evacuations for Polk County. Sarasota, A, B, and C. Regardless of where you live in the county, if you're in a manufactured home or houseboat that wants you out. A and B and C in Sarasota County right now. Moving on to, okay, so that's the list I have there. Let me back off now and see if I can what this other list was. St. Johns County looks to be under. Here we go. Evacuation orders for Florida County. All right, here we go. Wait for it to load. All right, sorry about that. Wait for it to load. Charlotte County is under mandatory evacuation zone order for A and B. Citrus is under for anything on a mobile home. Oh, y'all are more than welcome. I'm happy to be doing it. I'll get Bonita Springs here in just 1 second. Tony, let me get through this list of evacuations and I'll jump on that, okay? Fay County, you need to evacuate. Collier County, zones A and B. DeSoto County, zone A and zone B. Dixie County is under a voluntary order. Glades County is under voluntary. Hardy County is under voluntary. Fernando is under mandatory for A, B, and C. A, B, and C. Hillsborough County, A and B is mandatory evacuation. Lake County is voluntary. Lee County, A and B, mandatory evacuation. Levy County, mandatory evacuation for anybody in a mobile home or RV. That's why they're listing theirs. Manatee County, A, B, and C, all residents in A, B, and C in Manatee County, you need to evacuate. Marion County, and I'm going to read this information directly from the site. Due to the current projected path of Hurricane Milton, Marion County Sheriff's Office emergency management officials have issued a mandatory evacuation order for those living in mobile homes, RVs, modular type homes in Marion County. Marion County, there you go. Miami-Dade County, you're under a voluntary order. Nassau, nothing. Okeechobee, voluntary. Pasco, mandatory for Zone C. Mandatory for zones A, B, and C. Pinellas County, A, B, and C, mandatory evacuation. Putnam County, due to high river concerns, it's been recommended for zones F and A. F and A. St. Johns County, mandatory, zones A, B, and C. Sumter County, voluntary. Marion County, let me back up real quick. Marion County, they're saying if you're in a mobile home, a modular home, or an RV, they want you to evacuate. It's voluntary, but they are saying if you are on any of those, so if you're in a structure you don't think can handle 110 mile an hour winds, they want you to evacuate. If you need help evacuating, you can call 1-800-729-3413. That is the state emergency number to help you get out. Duval County, Miami County, y'all are all good. Y'all don't have any mandatory evacuations at all. I'm going through the list now. I was down to, all right, Sarasota County was where my next place was going to be. Sarasota, they've extended to C. So A, B, and C in Sarasota, you need to evacuate. St. John's, uh, A and B, and Zone F, and Zone D. Sumter County, nothing. Union County, nothing. And Volusia County, voluntary, no, mandatory. If you are east of the Intercoastal Waterway in Volusia County, they want you to evacuate. So the villages, you need to get into a shelter. The eye is supposed to come very, very close to the villages. About 3:30 Thursday morning. Let me bring back this map real quick here. The villages, yeah. You definitely need to go. I would definitely get into a shelter if there's one available. Daytona, you're good. You're going to be north. The storm is supposed to go to Orlando and out Titusville. So Daytona Beach, you're going to get some wind and some rain. You're looking at 1 to 3 foot of storm surge as of right now. It's supposed to be a category 1 by the time it gets to that side of Florida. So you're not due for a lot of storm surge, and you're not due for a lot of heavy wind and a lot of heavy rain. As of right now, that could change tomorrow. Tomorrow, Wednesday, we got a whole nother day of this storm. Got all day tomorrow to build, all night tonight, all day tomorrow. About 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, according to what I've seen, unless it changes, is about when y'all are going to start feeling the effects of the storm. All right, I got 26% of battery life left on the phone. So I'm going to keep going as long as I can on TikTok on the phone. If y'all don't mind, TikTok, if you follow me, tell your friends to follow me. Get me up to 10K followers before tomorrow, and I will stream the entire storm and go and keep y'all guys updated as much as possible. The good thing about this thing is it is weakening, and a weakening storm does less damage when it's landfall than a strengthening storm. Helene was strengthening when she landed. She made landfall. She was strengthening. That's why she just tore everything up. Milton, he's going to be weakening, and that is great news. On Cat 5, down. Daytona, you're looking good. Anything north of, I would say, Fort Orange, northward, you're going to get some wind, you're going to get some rain. You're going to get 1 to 3 feet of storm surge, what they're saying right now. Like I said, that could change. Bradenton, you are in the eye wall at 3 o'clock in the morning, Thursday. You are in the exact area as of right now. You are in landfall. You are where it's going to make landfall in Bradenton. That is at the last 2 o'clock update. That could change in an hour, change in 4. Changed a couple of times in the past day. Right now, Bradenton, you are in it. 10 to 15 foot storm surge, 125 mile an hour winds at landfall, gusting up to tides 150. So yeah, I would get out of Bradenton as quickly as possible. You are more than welcome. I am sitting here trying my best to give y'all the best information I can give you guys. My email address, if anybody wants it, is outcastpodcast SC, South Carolina, that's where I'm from. It's outcastpodcastsc@gmail.com. You can email me there, and I'll bring your question up when I do my next live. If I didn't catch it here, you can put it there, and I'll go through my emails and we'll answer questions that way. I can do my best to try to keep you as informed as I can. Does anybody else have any more questions before I jump off of this stream? 3 o'clock, I've been on for about an hour. And I need to take a little bit of a break before my 4:50 stream starts for the 5 o'clock update. 8 o'clock tonight, folks. I will come on at about 10 minutes to 8 for that 8 o'clock update, and I will stay on here for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever I need to do to keep you guys informed. But again, TikTok, I need 10,000 viewers, 10,000 followers to get live on TikTok through my computer so I can show you the graphics that are on my green screen and on my other parts of my streaming software. I could just pop it up, y'all can see it, and I can keep you informed. Because when you start losing power, me, the other weather channels are going to be where you get your information from. And I will be able to pull up live radar. I'll be able to pull up live information, put it on my screen. I can put up live tornado warning. All of that can be put up and shown in real time. If I have what I need on TikTok, I will, the night storm hits, tell you how to get on one of my other platforms if you need to, where you can see all this information. If I don't have enough followers by then on TikTok, I'll tell you where to go to see me and to see all this information. Because I'll have radar up, and I'll have that radar running, and we'll be able to keep up with what we need to keep up with. We'll be able to keep up with tornado warnings. We'll be able to keep up with where the rain's at, what the wind's blowing at. We'll be able to keep you informed before the storm hits, while the storm hits, and after the storm hits. I don't know if I can do it on TikTok. I will do what I can on TikTok. Not being able to put up information I need to put up. But I will be here for you guys as long as I can until I collapse. I've done it before, I can do it again. But does anybody else have any more questions before I end this live? Okay, from YouTube, do you think the east coast of Florida, I didn't think from YouTube, I'm sorry, this is from Robot. Got my streams mixed up. Okay. I think east coast of, no, this ain't from Robot. Where's this coming from? Hold on. Oh, my Twitch feed. Okay. No, the east coast of Florida, if you're south of Fort Orange, Daytona Beach, south, you're going to be in a little bit of trouble from Fort Orange down to probably Cape Canaveral, maybe Satellite Beach. When the eye comes through Orlando and goes up Titusville, you're going to be in a little bit of a bigger area. I would probably say Sebastian, Fort St. Lucie. Well, let's say Fort Pierce to be on the safe side. Fort Pierce south, you're golden. You're not even in storm surge warnings right now. So that's where we're at. But I really thank everybody for joining me here today. Does anybody have any questions before? Anybody got a question before I head out? Again, if you'll follow me here on TikTok and get that 10K, tell your friends, telephone, tell anybody, help me get to that 10K so I can get you guys where y'all can see what's going on with my graphics, live radar, live updates, storm tracks, storm surge predictions, all that I put up on my graphics. Sebring, okay, just give me a basic area where Sebring is, and I will give you your information. I don't need exact, just give me a close. Bonita Springs, somebody asked about Bonita Springs earlier. South Fort Myers, you're gold, and you'll be all right. You got 1 to 3 foot of storm surge and a little bit of wind. The main focus right now is like Inglewood up to probably Tarpon Springs, Spring Hill area. Fleming Island, get out. What island is that? Where's that close to? I wish I had a better idea of all the cities. I might just sit here in between streams and just try to learn more of these towns where they're at, because I don't know where they're all at. I can tell you now, if you take okay, let's see, take a line between Osprey, Arcadia, Okeechobee, over to Port St. Lucie, just north of St. Augustine. Okay, take that line and run that line, and then go north to Orlando, and go just north of Orlando, and you have about St. Augustine should be all right. I'm gonna wait till the 5 o'clock update or the 8 o'clock update tonight. I'll have a better information, because this storm is going through an eye wall replacement cycle right now, and with an eye wall replacement cycle, we're not sure if it's going to strengthen back up again or if it's going to stay weak. All of the information I'm getting right now off the latest update is, like I said, from Inglewood all the way up to, I would probably say, Hudson area or Brooksville, across to Orlando and all that. That is your biggest area of focus right now as far as inland. Coastwise, your biggest storm surge, Clearwater, Florida, down to Inglewood, you could get up to 15 foot of storm surge. That's a lot. That is nothing to play around with. Oh, wait a minute. I just seen something. What is? Okay. Storm surge potential, Sarasota, Bradenton. Okay, they got the bay about 6 foot, roughly. Punta Gorda, Northport, your surge is not as bad, but from Bradenton down to Osprey, that's going to be your biggest impact for storm surge right now. And this is as of right now. Until I get a better track later this afternoon, it's going to be hard to say. All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. I got just some studying to do for my next live. I need to really focus in on these cities in Florida and try to get my orientations a little bit better. I need to make up some new maps for the next live as well. If you would like information on where I stream otherwise, you can email me at you can email me at outcastpodcastsc@gmail.com. My bio has my email address. It's got my other email address in it. But you can email me at that one, or the email address that is listed up there in my bio on my profile, and I can give you information on my other areas that I stream. If you want to check those out, see the graphics and see what I do, I can give you that information. So if you feel free to email me, and I will 100% reply for you, and I will let you immediately know that, hey, I've seen it, and I will answer your questions as best as I can. I'm looking at, like I said, I got so many screens open over here, trying to get as much information as I can get as fast as I can get it. All right, so I hope you guys have a great day. I'll be back at 4:50 for the 5 o'clock update. Podcast coming to you live from South Carolina. We hope you have a good one, folks. I'll see you in a little while.